Wearing red shorts, he weighed in at 10 stone, 5 pounds 8 ounces. Boxing this evening in his 70th professional contest from Carlisle, Cumbria, Jake Osgood. And his opponents across the ring in the red corner, wearing white trunks trimmed with black, he weighed in at 10 stone, 7 pounds 11 ounces. He brings to the ring a perfect professional record, 2 wins from 2 contests. Hailing from Stretford, Manchester, Harry the Hatchet Martin. Referee Steve Gray will now give both boxers their final instructions.
Okay, boys, have a cold break. Expect you to take a step back. Don't deliberately throw punches down the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves.
This is a welterweight bout scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds.
Seconds out. Round 1.
Fifth bout of the evening. It's a welterweight clash between Harry the Hatchet Martin of Stretford, Manchester, and Jake Osgood of Carlisle in Cumbria. 4-3s. Referee for this, Steve Gray. Comes between myself, Lee Whitehead, and Mike Action Galway, former Central Area champion and former world title challenger.
So interesting bout this for Harry Martin, on his third outing against the experienced Jake Osgood. Hard to believe, Lee, Jake Osgood. We watched him on his debut 3.5 years ago, and he's in his 70th fight.
Yeah, a good, solid journeyman, looks in shape, nice and solid, fit.
I think he's, Osgood is more defensive than offensive, if we can say that. He doesn't offer much, but we have seen him open up a few times. But if you do actually put it on him, he just goes through the motions. He's quite happy to take the shots on the gloves. Got quite a good defence. So we'll see what Harry Martin's got to offer in his third pro outing. Nice fast hands there by Harry Martin.
Nice shot to the body there by Martin, left hook. Osgood didn't like his comeback, giving something back. Harry Martin looks like he's got a white suit on there. White shorts. Osgood obviously been on the sunbed. Nice red shorts on in Martin's corner, his father, Gary Martin, and Brian Gardner. Osgood's corner tonight is his all-time 70 fight cornerman, Alan Hamilton, also of Carlisle. Osgood's been here before. Say 70 fights, seen it all. He comes, he just moves around. Forget, he's a journeyman. He's going to earn his money. He's heading out to get hurt. Caddy's had his best work, trapped him on the ropes and worked away at the head and body. I'd like to see him a little bit busier, Mike.
Yeah, he's just has a few little bursts. Martin, doesn't he? Just like that one there. He has a few little bursts and then he just steps off and then waits a little bit too long, I think.
Harry's got himself in great shape. I remember as an amateur, I matched most of his amateur fights, and he's about 4 stone lighter than he used to box at the amateurs. He looks in great shape. We're going to give that first round to Martin, Mike.
Yeah, I think Martin was had a little bit more success than Osgood, and as we said with Osgood, he does come to be the away fighter, but he had a little go himself. He tried to take his opportunity when he could. I think Martin could be a little bit more busy, as you said, Lee, before. He fits and starts. He'll have a go, then he'll step off, and I think he just waits a little bit too long. But he's raw, isn't he? He's only his third fight in.
Just have a look at the replay there. Martin, 1-2, left hook head, finished left hook body. Good work. Don't forget, Mike is in his third pro fight tonight. and his experience. You know, Osgood is 70th. We're looking, you know, for Harry to get a few more different shots off. As we enter round 2, scheduled 4 in the welterweight division. Warning to the back of the head.
He knows good himself. He moves quite well. You know, technically he's pretty good. Got a nice, quite high guard. Slips, punches, catches a lot on the gloves. I'd like to see more out of Martin, but in another aspect, I wouldn't like to see him rush. Just pick his shots a little bit better. Step in and step out.
Yeah, nice change of shots there. You know, he needs to mix it perhaps between the head and the body, Mike, and then, you know, perhaps change the angles a little bit. He's only 22. Nice left hook landing there.
Yeah, it's all about just learning to set the shots up, isn't it? What to throw to, you know, to make openings for the next shot.
As I said at the beginning of the round, he is mixing up a bit. He's throwing a wider repertoire of shots. You know, getting that jab out, he's doubling it, he's tripling it. Nice little feinting. Finishing to body there with a hook. All in all, a good performance so far by Martin, moving it a little bit, he's having a little look. Nice double jab there by Osgood. Osgood in his 5th fight of 2025. Made his debut 2021, as you said earlier, Mike. 70 fights over 4 years. Been a busy man.
Yeah, very busy. If you work that out, I think it's the average of 20 fights a year. So very busy.
Actually, I'll give you the stats. You have 3 and 21, 13 and 22, 25 and 23 and 24. It's his 5th fight this year as a debut. I'd like Martin to pick up a little bit in the last 10, round 2. Nice left hook landing there on Osgood.
Yeah, that's a little bit better there by Martin. He varied his shots a little bit instead of throwing the same shot. You know, he threw a right up to the body, left up to the body, right up to the head, left up to the head, then a straight right, I think. And so they were all different shots instead of just throwing the same shot. You know, like a 5-shot combination to the head. Quite predictable.
Have a recap here, look. The head of shots you just mentioned, Mike. Mixed it up. Nice long jab and he gets it going. There's the 1-2, push back. There for med to body, couple of touches to the head. Landed well. Does not too tight in the corner there. 22-year-old from Stretford in Manchester. Osgood decides to stand up. Between rounds, doesn't need to sit down. Just get his instruction. Alan Hamilton.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 3.
Round 3, penultimate round.
Better work by Martin, just varied the shots there a little bit. Osgood's corner trying to get him to throw his own shots, you know, retaliate a little bit. A little bit success with the overhand right there. From Osgood.
Got to remember, Mike, no, he's not really thrown much, so I think Harry was one of the most surprised people in the place when he hit him next. He's just feinting a lot, moving around. He's not really throwing punches. Just on that, lands for a nice left hook again.
Yeah, I think when we've seen Osgood previously, he's quite a defensive fighter, isn't he? He does it, sometimes we're willing him to open up a little bit, you know, but he's very cagey. He doesn't throw much, doesn't waste much. He's quite happy to take shots on the gloves and not be on the offensive. But you know, I think he's had opportunities here against Martin. He's trying to have a go, but Martin having all the success, I think.
Yeah, he's boxing well. I'd like to see him get a jab a little bit stiffer, a little bit longer. A little bit of bad intention.
Nice work from Martin there, trying the overhand right, the looping right.
Right, step back, step back, step back.
Nice variety of shots again.
Should be looking under the elbows there though. When Osgood's taking them all on the gloves. Nice high guard, should leave it up and downstairs. Yeah, Osgood, left elbow. Nice uppercut there by Martin.
Yeah, it was a nice little combination there. He put them together well.
Steve Gray, A-star referee, not much to do. Nice changing angles there as well. So 22-year-old Harry Martin, 3 rounds up, going to the 4th there, Mike.
Yeah, he's well in control. He's had the more success, Martin, been the busier. Probably a little bit frustrated as well. You know, he's thrown a lot of shots, but Osgood catching him on the gloves, but still having success at the same time.
Well, that's where he needs to start changing angles, perhaps, you know, coming from the side, moving to the side, moving to the right, moving to the left, perhaps coming back with the hooks to the body. So, it's his 3rd pro fight, and he has to do it well. Just got a recap here, look. Just those 4 shots. Finishes to the body.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was his best round. That so far, Martin. The 3rd round, he had a little bit more success. I was, you know, was quite happy with his combinations there. A lot of variety.
Boxing suits gloves. 4th and final round. Welterweight clash. Harry Martin, Stretford, Jake Osgood, Carlisle. Here we are on a VIP show. Here at Bolton, lovely shots there by Harry Martin. Steve Wood here for VIP Promotions, putting on a 10-fight show. Quite a busy crowd here in Bolton tonight.
Yeah, we've got 6-8 punch combinations there, but Osgood catching a lot on the gloves.
Nice left hook right up there by Marcy. Down there by Osgood. Nice hook there by Martin, lovely.
Yeah, better work again by Martin. You could see he was thinking about that one. You know, he was looking for the shots there, and he saw a couple of openings. Work to the body, work to the head. So he showed a bit of variety. It's nice to see.
Sinking in with the elbows. That uppercut there by Osgood.
pretty much coasting so far, Martin. He's not really had anything to trouble him coming back from Osgood. I think if he's going to lean on Osgood there, I think he just needs to let his hands go a little bit, or just, you know, take half a step back and then let his hands go. Don't take your rest inside, just step away a little bit, have a little bit of a walk around, have a think again.
Into the last 30 seconds of the fourth and final round. Looks like Harry Martin's going to march on to 3-0. 22-year-old from Stretford. Jake Osgood, just nice high guard. Don't mind taking a few punches. As we come to the end of his 7th-year fight.
Yeah, another quite entertaining fight again. You know, very busy fighter, Harry Martin. Loads of action and a bit of a crowd pleaser. I'm pretty sure his fans will be happy with that performance tonight.
Yeah, he's top effort on himself. 22-year-old. Osgood looks totally undisturbed. He's the doctor, he's waiting for the A-star referee. There's no doubt in Mike's mind. 40-36, Mike.
Yeah, I agree with that. As I say, Harry Martin, the busier fighter. Osgood quite happy just to come and, you know, make up the numbers, take his wages. Didn't offer too much with Martin, but, you know, made Martin think a little bit. Had to pick his shots, had to look for openings, and again, you know, all learning experience for Harry Martin.
So as referee calls the box up, just waiting for the results of MC Phil Seymour.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we announce the result, could you please put your hands together for both boxers? After 4 rounds of action, we go to referee Steve Gray's scorecard. He scores the contest 40 points to 36 points in favour of your winner. From Stretford, Manchester, Harry the Hatchet Martin!
Well, Mike, we got it right. Martin marches on to 3-0.
Yeah, he's a nice kid outside the ring. You know, we know him, Lee, don't we? Well, so he's a nice kid. Obviously deserves the win. He works hard, trains hard. Hopefully, you know, we can match him right and get him some more, you know, a good few decent fights, so he can work his way up the ladder, get some experience, and then, you know, we see how far he can go.
We've got Brian and Gary there in the corner. Apparently shade each other heads tonight to look alike.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.